Aloha. Welcome to the international community. I'm Carvelli, Master of Finance. Thanks for tuning in today. Topic today is pre-approved car loans. What is a pre-approved car loan? It's when someone analyzes your credit through your debt, credit, expenses, and income and figures out how much you have to spend for the purchase of a vehicle. Now, there's two areas, the prime side and the subprime side. Good credit and not so good credit. If you get pre-approved through the prime side, you may not have to give so much paperwork. On the subprime side, you'll probably have to give all the paperwork, okay? But on both sides, you do need to know what kind of car it is to finish this pre-approval. It could get declined for this reason, because the car has to fit. This is very important. Now, in my opinion, if you're going to go to the dealership to get pre-approved, you got to make sure that finance manager is polished and has some certification and has some years behind them. Because if they're going to just look at your credit bureau and make a decision, you got to really trust that. A lot of the time, these finance managers come off the floor, don't have a lot of experience, maybe 1-2 years, and they don't know really what they're doing, okay? But that being said, with subprime finance, special finance, you could send out an application to the bank and they will give you a pre-approval based on getting all your documents in place. It's based on the documents. With prime, it's a little more difficult. You'll have to get a car in there because they don't really do pre-approvals on prime. So I recommend going to your bank and getting your pre-approval, okay, for prime and subprime. Subprime, they might not lend to you because your credit's just too bad, but sometimes they will if you have a good relationship. So I'd go to your bank. They have more qualifications. They do it more. They do it for mortgages, and they know how to get you a money amount for what you could go shopping for. Now, keep in mind, pre-approvals for credit cards and credit lines are totally different. There's no asset attached to that, but with a car loan, an asset is attached to the car loan. So keep in mind that before you're done the complete process of buying a car, the pre-approval might be really far-fetched to what you want, and the car might change drastically. So you got to factor this in. A trap in the car dealership would be they tell you you're pre-approved and they have no idea. They're just guessing. They're just telling you that to get you in the door, sell you the car, and then figure it out. This is really dangerous, right? Because it's not fair. But that's what they do. They don't really know. They might throw it to the finance manager and he takes a quick peek and say, maybe, maybe not. That's not a pre-approval. Listen, they do this 9 times out of 10. This is not a proper pre-approval. Go to your bank, get it done properly, or see a finance expert. Keep this in mind. Don't feel because you give a little bit of info, even if you give your social security number and your identity number, your SIN number, there's different names in different countries, and you feel like I give all my info and they know for sure. They might give it a once over for 30 seconds and just guess. This is not a way to make you feel like they really know. Take some real caution on this issue. In closing, once again, educate yourself into financial literacy big time. You got to really learn. You got to really shop around. You got to feel the energy off of people if they're lying to you. You got to figure it out. Talk to your friends and family. And you got to make really informed decisions because this is a big purchase. It's probably the second biggest asset you're going to have besides your house. You want to take the time to figure it out, okay? Does a pre-approval hurt your credit? Absolutely, yes. It's going to drop your score, not drastically, maybe a few points, depending how many times you shop it around. But it's not a soft check. It's a hard check on your credit. Does a pre-approval guarantee the loan? Well, absolutely not. It doesn't guarantee the loan unless you find the car that fits that pre-approval within the parameters. But if it's special finance, subprime, your credit's not so good, you got to make sure you have all the paperwork that you told whoever did your pre-approval about you that it lines up. Else for sure it's going to decline. Can you get declined after a pre-approval? Absolutely yes. If you don't have the right documentation that you stated in the application, it will get declined. Also keep in mind, a car has to fit that pre-approval in order for that pre-approval to continue. So you have to be reasonable with what you're supposed to get. Remember to invest in your financial literacy. I got a great ebook out. Check it out, masteroffinance.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. Like us on Facebook. Tell all your friends and family all over the world. I'm Carvelli, Master of Finance. Thanks so much for tuning in today. God bless.